This is a review video of the 2017 Chinese crime web drama Burning Ice, 无证之罪. Hi, you're watching Avenue X, where a junkie on good storytelling shares their thoughts, knowledge, and occasional weird ideas on stories and how they're told. 无证之罪, English title Burning Ice, is a 12-episode-long web drama that came out in 2017 in China. The drama is set in contemporary Chinese northeastern city Harbin, and the story revolves around a serial killing case named Snowman. So whenever this killer kills somebody, he would build a snowman for the victim. The police were at the end of their wits trying to find out who is the killer. So the police chief brought back somebody who used to be a very successful detective, but because of his mistakes at work, he got demoted and became a patrol officer. This is also an IP drama because it's based on an existing crime novel. And as one of those very highly acclaimed and well-received web dramas that came out in 2017 in China, it is bought by Netflix now. So I guess depending on the regions where you are, you might be able to actually watch this drama on Netflix. In this review, I'll keep it as clean of spoiler as possible because this is a crime drama and, you know, the story, the plot is kind of the point of watching it. But if I need to talk about something very specific, I'll warn you beforehand. First, I want to talk about the very unique creation of this drama. These days, Chinese drama tend to be super long, like it's normal to see something over 50 episodes long. Yeah, this is a 12-episode drama, so it's one of the most unique features of this drama is that it's so short. The most interesting thing about the production of this drama is actually its executive producer is Han Sanping. If you know anything about Chinese film, TV industry, this is like the king of the industry. He used to be the head of China Film Corporation Group. Can't quite remember the English translation order, but 中影集团. This is the most powerful corporation in film in China, and that this corporation is actually in charge of importing every film from foreign land into China. And so technically Han Sanping would be the executive producer of every imported film in China. And he mostly works on very high profile TV productions or film exclusive. And this is a web drama, and it's a 12-episode web drama, and somehow he was involved. And it shows that this is a very special project. The version of the story I heard is that he was actually very involved and very interested in the script, and he sought out the director, Lu Xing, who graduated from Beijing Film Academy. Very talented, very low-key director. He has his own businesses. He's not that sort of famous and has his name out there among many people, but within the industry, people know that he is a very capable person. I was very impressed by this drama when I first started watching it by its look, its cinematic look, its technical aspects that's done almost like a film instead of a TV show. I really can't pick any fault. In terms of technical aspects of this drama's production, it's done by very professional people who know exactly what they're doing. I'm particularly impressed by its production design. The story is centered around a group of very normal, common, kind of living at the lower end of the society's ladders people in the northern city in China. Harbin is a very cold place. It's one of the coldest cities in the world. It's very common for it to get like minus 30 degrees in winter. And Dongbei, northeastern China, has a very strong sort of geo-character, people's dialect, the way they act, certain things that you can see the Russian influence in the set decor, in people's daily life. All that is very well represented in this drama. It gives you on one hand, extremely authentic depiction of the dilapidated living of the lower class people. But at the same time, you can tell it is also highly stylized because it is showing you the not so pretty side of the city life, but then it's done in a very pretty and cinematic way. I know it sounds a bit contradictory, but when you watch this drama, you'll get my point. On the acting side, this drama also has a very strong cast. I wouldn't say everybody is equal in terms of their ability to act in this drama, but nobody drops the ball. It's a very well acted drama throughout, and it gave you some of the most interesting characters I've seen in recent Chinese dramas. A lot of people compared this drama, 无证之罪, Burning Eyes, to Day and Night, 白夜追凶, because they both came out last year. They're both web exclusive dramas, and they're both about murders and police work, and they almost have the same kind of dark tone of the stories. So I understand why people just naturally compare those two dramas. And online, the opinions are actually very divided, and I've seen some very angered and passionate sort of criticisms and writings about which one is the better crime drama. In my opinion, Day and Night is really a central character-oriented drama. It's focused on the main lead, Pan Yueming played the twin brothers, whereas Burning Eyes is an ensemble drama. Even though you do have so-called main leads characters, everyone acted more like a piece of the entire puzzle instead of one person sort of leading the whole storytelling. And my personal opinion is actually Burning Eyes is a better one, but I'm gonna get to that point later. In this ensemble drama, you see a palette of different people, and they are all mostly very normal, ordinary people, and they don't have superpowers, and they're not glorified in any way in terms of appearance and also their level of intelligence and their abilities. But the interesting thing is, through the very well-crafted acting and also the script and characterization of these characters, you see a very diverse and interesting group of people and how they get connected and involved in this one particular case. And all the actors in this drama completed their task brilliantly. And some of the actings are also, I think, the best I've seen in recent Chinese dramas. In particular, I want to talk about two characters, and so that will get into a little bit spoiler territory, so you have been warned here. The young couple in this drama, the young wannabe lawyer and his girlfriend with quotation mark. At the beginning of this drama, you see these two as very, very normal, ordinary young people in a big China city who come from very ordinary background. They have their dreams, they have their hopes, they have their sort of old romance in their school years, but then life happened differently and their path separated. But right from the beginning of the drama, you see them coming back, their paths converge. In the beginning, they're very different people from, at the end of the drama, how they have completed their arc and they become very different people. For the female character, she started as this very timid, this very weak, this pretty but fragile character that got taken advantage of. And because of the circumstances she's in, she had to sacrifice her dignity, her honor, herself, in order to get money and help her handicapped brother. Whereas the young lawyer seems to have a heart of gold, being a little bit of a coward. He is in general very kind, and he tried to sacrifice himself to cover up the manslaughter that committed by this female character. And you realize as the story progresses that buried deep down in their humanity, there are just things that they're capable of that you didn't imagine it would be, or it's just not common to see these things in any Chinese dramas. So at the very end of the story, they both have become totally different people, and it's so interesting to watch that arc happening. And both actors, the young actor and the young actress, they just did their roles to perfection. I was so convinced about them being real people, and I was so impressed by their acting. For the female actress, she was actually made very famous by a very well-known Chinese comedy, and in that, 爱情公寓, she really acted in the standard, very dramatic, comedy standard way of acting. But in this drama, she is all serious, and she almost looked like two different people in those two different types of drama. So I would really applaud for this actress' brilliant acting ability, and her range is just impressive. I almost didn't recognize it's the same person. And the actor who played the young lawyer also just impressed me with his acting, because I genuinely felt disgusted as his story progresses, as his character changes, about the horrendous things he does, but he did it so convincingly, and I really hated him deeply. So I would say he completed his task just to perfection. But obviously this drama is not a perfect drama. No drama can ever claim that. There are problems in the storytelling that I think could have been worked on more and will make this drama even better. One particular point is, even though it's 12 episodes, it still drags at certain points, especially at the end of episode 10, when there's a break of the story. So the episode 11 starts a year later, and at the very end, the 2 episodes are trying to tie up the whole case and every character's lines. You do feel it's not perfectly fleshed out. It should be worked on more. I was expecting something faster paced and more exciting at the end of the story, but I kind of feel it didn't deliver. The other thing is the arch villain, the really bad guy that you will see halfway through the drama. I find him being a little bit too superhuman in terms of how he could just show up and kill people. How he gets through doors and really not explaining exactly how he did that. He's not a physically very impressive person, and even though he may have a temper or he may be a very cruel person naturally, how can he physically complete a lot of tasks, and how can he just kill anyone he really wants to kill and nobody seems to be able to fight back? That I feel is a little bit over the top, unrealistic. Because every other character in this drama seemed to be quite realistic. Even the main lead character, who is supposed to be very intelligent, couldn't do all those Sherlockish cool things that you see in many crime dramas. So in that way, I feel the arch-villain is a bit weird, that he walks on his own plane, he's almost superhuman in ways. That didn't convince me. But that actor is really good at acting, and he's creepy as hell. So at the end of this review, I want to talk about the final point, where it's the comparison between Day and Night, 白夜追凶, and 无证之罪, Burning Eyes. Like I said previously, I do think Burning Eyes overall as a TV production is a higher quality piece of work. Not that I want to diss Day and Night. I had problems watching Day and Night, is I couldn't get into the story. I tried so many times. I kind of skipped through the whole thing and I fast forwarded a lot of plots because I just do not feel interested in any of those characters or in any of those cases. I feel like I have seen similar things too many times because I did watch a lot of US crime dramas such as Criminal Minds, NCIS, all that type. And the way Day and Night told the story, it's very similar to a lot of US crime dramas where you have a very stable team of the rookie, of the well-experienced person, the person who's in charge of basically physical fighting, the person who has brain, the MD, who basically deals with the body, and then they go out and find out killers and solve cases while they deal with each individual's problems. This is such a familiar formula that I am used to, so I didn't find anything interesting. Whereas Burning Eyes really just tells you one story, even though it is a crime drama and obviously solving the murder is very important. But the more interesting thing about this drama is through solving this problem, it gives you a very interesting picture of that many ensemble characters. It almost feels like it is a people's psychoanalysis drama instead of a crime drama, that you're more drawn into each individual's struggles and their personal plotline than say solving this murder, because this murder is not complicated at all. It's not such a great masterpiece, but you care about each individual characters and it gives you so much enjoyment and surprise. So in that way, it's a very unique crime drama that somehow the crime and the plot is not as important as all the individual characters that you see. And then the technical aspects, I still think Burning Eyes wins in terms of cinematography, in terms of visual storytelling, and also the craft and the tension and the quality that you end up on screen. So at the end of this review, I would highly recommend you check out Burning Eyes. If you're interested in crime drama, this is a very short drama, it's 12 episodes, so easy to digest. And I'm really interested to hear your opinion if you happen to have watched both Day and Night, 白夜追凶 and 无证之罪, Burning Eyes. Which one do you think is a better one? Thank you for watching Avenue X. I'll see you in my next video. Meanwhile, live long and happy drama watching.